Oh my goodness.
Welcome. We should be streaming now. We should be live. I'm gonna double check. Make sure the audio is good. Check. Make sure the audio is good. Go ahead and say something. Make sure
Yeah,
the
I
audio
hear
is
the
good.
feedback. Yeah.
Go ahead and say something. Make sure the
I
audio
hear
is
the
good.
feedback. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, we're live.
What's up?
Not
How
much.
have you been?
Very well. Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome to Muted Manny, or I guess welcome to Muted, starring Muted Manny. I got my good friend. What you want me to call you, Foocubus, or you want me to call you your real name, my man?
You can call Foocubus. It's good.
Alrighty, so you guys know how this goes. We go game history and we find out a little bit about somebody. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time because I'm a little late for the Halloween special. So I know my man here loves Halloween games, so we're gonna get into that tonight. So
Oh
how?
yeah.
Yeah, I know you got some strong opinions. So let's start here from the beginning. My man, what was the first console you ever got?
First console ever got was a Sega Genesis.
A Sega
First one ever.
Genesis. You know, that's the one I always wanted
Oh
and
yeah.
never got. It had Sonic the Hedgehog on it. Bro.
Mm-hmm. And Streets of Rage
Streets of Rage, what's that?
had some Blaze action.
Blades action. Is that a racing game,
Oh
Streets
dude,
of Rage, or was it like
side
a
scroller.
punching? It's a side scroller. Was it a punching one?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like the Ninja Turtles.
God, those were great. Now we
The
played. Remember we played one? Was that
yeah,
did we play that one?
yeah, we beat that. We stayed up
We
all night and
That's the
played that.
one. So we played
Mm-hmm.
this. Wow, no kidding, dude. Oh wow.
Side scroller beat 'em up.
Wow. I joke that I sound like freaking the Pokemon character. What's his name? Wobbuffet. When I'm impressed, I'm like, wow, wow. No kidding. So I'm almost a part of this history, man. We've had a friendship for a long time. So of course. So what is
Oh yeah.
Streets of Rage? We played it on Xbox. What was that?
Xbox, the Game Pass. That was the new one they released,
Was it
which
on
was pretty good.
360? Yeah.
No, no, it was on Xbox One.
Oh my god, I meant Xbox One. See. You know, I'm not the biggest gamer.
Nope.
The irony. So, was it your
Oh, I know.
brother's?
That was actually my dad's, but he never played it, so he was never home. So I pretty much took control of that console, but majority of the time I was playing Sonic for
Oh,
dang sure. Like I love Sonic a lot. Streets of Rage was fun, and obviously, of course, Mortal Kombat,
so,
which
oh,
me and my brother we figured out a way to manipulate my grandma at the time. We had a friend came over and showed us it. Or we saw it in an arcade, I think at like Pizza Hut when Pizza Hut was awesome. When they had the arcade and the buffet.
nice.
So
Red Cup days.
we my grandma would give us allowance. So we went up to my grandma and asked her, is there anything we can do to get, money to save up enough money to get this game? And at the time when Mortal Kombat came out, this is probably what 92 or 93, maybe at that time. It it was pretty brutal at the time. Like very graphic. You rip their head off and the spinal cord and all that.
Spinal
Me
Cord,
and my
the
brother
most
were like
famous.
so amused with it. So,
So
oh
you
yeah,
you
and
got a
we
rated
got
M
it.
game.
And my mom. Oh yeah, we were like, I think I was like 6 years old,
Oh my
5 or
god.
6 years old,
Did they
and
even have ratings back then?
dude, I
Not
was
to
like legit. I
interrupt you.
played that religiously.
I think back
What?
then you didn't have ratings, so you didn't have to worry, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I don't think
They
there
probably
was
did.
ratings. I think the highest was teen. I don't know
It
if
probably.
we'll have to
Yeah,
check. We'll have to check
I'm gonna
that.
find out right now.
So while you're
Yeah, I'm gonna
finding
look
that
right
out,
now.
I'll tell you a short story long. I never had the Sega Genesis, but I was able. My mom worked at Epcot at Disney, and they had the Sonic the Hedgehog games. So like while she was doing stuff at work, I would go to the arcade at Epcot at the time. I think it was like Disney Engineering, the original store, and I would just play Sonic, like for an hour, you know, and it was just the
Oh yeah.
greatest thing. And it's a hard game because it's like I'm better at Centipede
Oh, it's hard.
now, but like my ADHD like could do Sonic, but it was still really hard. Like it was so fast, but it was mind blowing at the time with the spinning. And let me know when you find out when the ratings were, because I'll tell you another funny story. I just wanted to tell this story.
So it
Yeah.
was the default version was an MA13. So Sega's International Council secret code unlock a more violent MA17 version with a all gore intact.
That's what I
That was on the
thought.
Genesis. So it was MA13 is when it first came. So they're like, oh, it's not that bad, you know? So
Huh.
we were playing it, and my mom didn't realize it, and she walked and saw, the violence of the game.
No kidding.
She's like, "Oh my god, what in the how in the?" Yeah, because our grandma, nobody knew video games at the time.
Right.
Honestly, that's when they were like starting to come in. So, oh yeah, dude, we played that religiously, and that was, Mortal Kombat was the best. Like,
Now, I've told this story
just
once
hands down,
before.
one of the best fighting games. Obviously, next to
You were breaking up
what?
there. My mom and I played Mortal Kombat. She had no problem with me playing it, and she whipped me. She like I could never beat her. I think the first time I beat her, she let me, and I know it was the PlayStation One version. So
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't the 64. The 64 one was the weapons one. That was my favorite because Sub Zero could pull out the ice blade, or there was the hammer and you would
Yes,
hammer them. But I'm
yes.
getting ahead of myself. But I'm gonna fast forward a little because I'm gonna be honest with you, my man. I also manipulated my grandma to get me a video game. I did, and you're gonna love this story. I've always
Yeah.
wanted to tell this, and I might have told you this story already. So I told my grandma that I wanted Grand Theft Auto 3. And my grandma bought it for me. And
Yeah.
so you want to laugh. I was
Oh,
playing
that's
the
awesome.
game, but is it Rockstar, right? Or Rockstar. So my aunt saw
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
R, she saw the R logo, and she goes, "This game is rated R. He can't have this." So they returned it, and I was
Pretty hard.
crushed because she thought the game was rated R because
No.
the Rockstar logo was an R. Luckily, though, you want to laugh.
Oh my
I still
goodness.
got my hands on Grand Theft Auto because I went to the GameStop in high school in Bishop Moore in Orlando, and I could walk to GameStop, and they didn't check. They just gave whoever worked at GameStop and gave me that game in high school
Here you
when I
go.
was 15 years old, let me have Grand Theft Auto. He's like, thank you to whoever you are. So I also did manipulate my grandma in a way. I'm no better, bro. Like I saw my cousin playing it. I was in Puerto
Oh,
Rico,
dude.
and I was like, I have to have this game. He was just doing flamethrowers, and it was the boat level that's like the sniper level that's really difficult. And I was like, I need to have this game. So,
Yep.
Mortal Kombat, everybody knows, like I said, it's my favorite fighting game of all time to this day. Though I still haven't. My second favorite Mortal Kombat, and again, I'm getting ahead of myself
Yeah.
because I'm excited, was the not Mortal Kombat 1, but when they did the Mortal Kombat 360, and it was like a really cool story. They like kind of rebooted it. I love that Mortal Kombat as well.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Sega Genesis. So, and it was your dad's, and then who got you into
Yep.
gaming? Was it your
My yeah,
brother?
yeah. So that that was yeah, my brother got me into it a lot, and then I just kind of picked it up from there. Then I got I had the Genesis forever. We weren't like the most wealthiest in the world to get anything like that. And we got an N64 for Christmas. That was my second console, 96, 95.
Something that I
And that
found out.
came with Aria.
Oh, of course. I'm gonna pause you there for just a second, because I don't want to interrupt you. But as my chat and everybody knows, we have found out a lot that a lot of people kind of start off the same way. And Nick, I told you this, that I got an original Nintendo when the PlayStation came out. So I hear this a lot, like we weren't the wealthiest, now we're doing good. Do you have a PS5 now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See what I mean? So like, it's funny because the reason I do this is we find a lot of things in common about people and how we grew up. And hilariously enough, this is also a theme, is like, video games at the time weren't what they are today, right? So having a video game
Yeah.
console was a big deal, you know?
Oh yeah.
Um, and nothing to be ashamed of, but like a lot of people are on the same page, you know what I mean? So I just want to point that out there. We all had these humble beginnings of video games. But let me get you back
Oh
to
god.
64. So you played Mario. I never had Mario.
Oh bro, that
Now,
was.
I beat it at my cousin's, but yeah, Mario, fantastic game. Were you throwing penguins off the ledge? Go ahead, tell
Yep.
me.
Yep. Oh yeah. They still would live too. And then I would be so bored or whatever, I'd go pick them up and then I'll bring all the way back up and drop them again. Just for the fun of it.
And fighting Bowser, man, how fun was
Oh
that?
god, yeah. Oh, that was amazing. The first level where you have to run around um the little mountain with the giant balls coming down the mountain hill. Whoa!
Yeah, dude. Now you play these games, and I'm gonna again like running games like Crash Bandicoot, and even when you're playing, we see it today like
Yes.
Helldivers, and you're running from like you played some Helldivers when you run away from the giant Titan or something. That's what I feel like
Hmm.
every single time. I feel like I'm running away from the ball or all that. My level is I'm not exactly sure what my level is in Helldivers. Sorry, I got a chat asking. I don't really pay attention to it. I think I'm at like level 146. But
Jeez.
yeah. I love me some Helldivers, my man. We're talking game history with my
Oh,
boy here with Foocubus, and we're at Nintendo 64. But we've talked about this, and I'm all over the place. But I love seeing the evolution of games. Like I said, 64 has so many great titles. I never played Legend of Zelda, but I still see like the trickles of it. When you play Helldivers, you see Metal Gear Solid 5. When you play Nintendo, I mean, Kingdom Hearts is so much like Legend of Zelda on 64. So go ahead, man.
yeah.
Tell me, what other games did you have besides Mario?
Oh, Mario. And then we had, obviously, I love sports games too. So I had the Madden and,
Nice.
989 sports, football and stuff like that.
989
But
Sports.
dude, one of the funniest games I loved, and it blew me away, was a first person shooter. And this guy, we went over to spend a night at a friend's house, and he had he did a cheat code on this game where you kill dinosaurs, and
Okay.
it was ultra gory too, very gory.
Was it Time
You could turn on
Crisis?
no little
Or
game called
Dino
Turok.
Crisis? Oh, Turok.
Turok 64.
That's what I meant to say. Turok. Yes.
Dude, you can inflate their heads to make their heads giant, and then you can do infinite ammo, like on every weapon. And dude, oh my gosh, I played that game religiously. That game was so much fun. Like it was just
I
funny because the sound effects you can make when you blow them up, they would just constantly they wouldn't die. Like they would just constantly live, bleeding out everywhere. And you could shoot them. They would bounce. They would like say if you use a grenade launcher,
Uh huh.
if you shoot it from the bottom, they'll bounce up in the air, bounce off a wall, come back down, bleeding. And if you shoot them again, they'll like constantly. Obviously, and then the dinosaurs and stuff like that. But man, that game was. That's when I got hooked on the first-person shooters, obviously, and then of course,
Let's talk
yeah, I
about
had
it.
GoldenEye.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about it. I had everything unlocked on GoldenEye. I don't
hmm.
remember how I got it. I know I got a Game Shark for Nintendo, so I might have done it through the Game Shark because I got a Game Shark because I heard my cousin had one on PlayStation, and he unlocked like Metal Gear Solid, like the stealth and all that stuff. So I had to get it, and it was so
Yes.
awkward for 64. For PlayStation, you would just plug it in the back, but for 64, you had to put it inside the port and then put the game on top of it. So it was like this, and then on top. So it was awkward, but it would let you, save with everything. So WWE No
Yeah.
Mercy, fantastic. I mean, come on, No Mercy was one of the greatest games ever. But like, wrestling fans know that. But I unlocked everything on No Mercy. I got like Vince McMahon. Linda McMahon was really hard to get, which was really weird.
Oh
His
yeah,
wife.
dude. Remember NWO?
Oh yeah, dude.
Wrestling
Another
on 64.
huge, dude. And edit modes. I
I
played
love that game.
like to this day, dude. And I sometimes I jump around on purpose. So here, so like AEW did a game on
Yeah,
PlayStation,
recently.
and they it was the same makers from No Mercy. Now I want to say this because this is a
No
heated
shit.
opinion. The game mechanics, I think that because I played the WWE versions and they're different now. It's almost like a fighting game. So I always wanted to check the AEW games because it was from the same studio, so it was supposed to be the same. The only reason I didn't beat it is because when
Yeah.
you buy a wrestling game, you want the entrances. The entrances are part of it, and they did arcade mode, so
Yep.
they skipped the entrance. Like you would come out and they would skip. So I
Oh,
was like, I'm not buying it. But I
right
will
to the
say
ring.
this, yeah, right to the ring. So to this day, I still want to play it because I think it got a lot of heat. There was a lot of controversy because it took so long to release. But they did this thing called Stadium Stampede mode, where like a bunch of players, not just like one versus one, four versus four, like it was like battle royale, like Fortnite style, in a football stadium, in the Jaguar Stadium. Because they were in Jacksonville, and you could have everybody fighting until somebody won, and you could have items like golf carts and drive around a stadium. I think that is an
Oh,
ingenious
yeah, I
game
remember
mode.
that.
Yes, dude. Like I'm sad because you have to be. Sometimes you have to be in that moment, just like 64. Like if you play GoldenEye today,
Yeah.
it is not the same.
Yeah.
But at the
It's not the
time,
same.
oh my god, what a game! I had
Dude, everyone
paintball
had
game
it.
mode, big head mode. You could be a little short person, uh, um,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and
that's right.
oddball I think his name was, and then everyone would hate you. But yeah, like I beat the crap out of that game. Proximity mines, GoldenEye changed the game, and I want to say this because I know a little
Swap
bit about it.
job, Jaws,
Yeah, a
the
lot of
characters
those.
in the game.
Yes. We are really lucky because one game designer did the multiplayer 24. I believe, I could be wrong, but 24 hours before the game was officially released, he created the entire multiplayer version. And if it wasn't for, I
What?
believe, yeah, one person 24 hours before, is the rumor, I could be wrong, did the entire multiplayer thing and then ported it into the game right before release. Game history, almost like Kojima doing Silent Hill by himself. That's why he is the man, because I'm pretty sure he did it almost all by himself and did Silent Hill. Crazy.
Golly.
Thank you to whoever that was. You can go it on YouTube, don't quote me. But yeah, so GoldenEye. Now, I know you like fighting games, obviously. And you like some wrestling games. Did you get Smash Brothers?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Who didn't play Smash Brothers?
Who
Like,
didn't?
that's like part of like as a kid's childhood. Like, you had to play Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers, Diddy Kong Racing was pretty fun
Diddy
too.
Kong Racing. Did you play
Um,
Mario Kart? Did you play a lot of the Mario ones?
of course, dude. We had Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing, Smash Brothers. Like, I was I love Smash Brothers because when we would have friends over, that was the best. You could have four controllers. You had the little, back then we had the tube TVs, so you know,
Yeah.
the screen size on those things were like probably what 5 inches at the time. If you had like a 20-inch TV,
Yeah. I had a big
so
ass TV on a chair, like one of those boxy ones, and I would play on the
yes,
64 on the cheapest chair you can imagine. That's how I played, bro.
bro. I was so much of a gamer in my teenage years. I had two TVs in my room, one for PlayStation and one for Xbox only.
Wow, you were ahead of the curve, because that's like a
Well,
standard
I got
now.
those TVs for free. My friends were giving them away, and I was like, one was like an old school grandma TV, like remember the ones that sat on the floor and had like a wood frame and stuff around it.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
designer.
yeah.
I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on that religiously,
Wow.
like religiously. Then my other TV was just for the Xbox only. So like I would go back and forth. I had stereo surround sound. The back in the day when you had the PCs, there was all wired, of course, but like you could get like six speakers and I put it all throughout my room. So
Yeah.
I had it one in the corner or both the corners in the room, and then obviously in front of the TV, and it had a mini subwoofer, but it was wires everywhere.
Wow.
Obviously I play guitar too, so it was like You couldn't walk in my room without tripping, for damn sure. You're gonna trip.
That's amazing because I feel like
Like,
now we can do like wireless and some things are still wired, which is best. I have some
yes.
speakers that are wired to this day,
Yep.
but I have
And
some.
they work. They work. I think they work better, honestly.
I get it.
Like you know, I guess you get better frequency latency and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Works a lot better.
I mean,
But
I think you were the first person. Did you have a sound bar eventually?
uh, oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
in
yeah. I
your
got a sound
apartment.
bar.
So soundbar
I will
changed the
say this
game.
honestly, in my just my opinion. I truly believe that sound quality in video games is the biggest aspect. I feel like that if you really pay attention to even I would say the music that are in the video games or just sound effects, stuff like that, to where it makes it feel real or surreal, especially with horror games. You know, you want to hear every little creaking door or any step going down the stairs. I love detail when it comes to audio, and that's just my opinion. Um, and I think that stemmed from back when PlayStation, the original. That was after N64. I got a PlayStation One, and of course Metal Gear Solid. I feel like that was like something that changed the game, like literally changed the
A
narrative.
thousand
Kojima
percent.
is a legend because he put a lot of detail into the game, including the audio and stuff like that. Which, you know, if you play it today, you're like, oh yeah, this is trash. But like at that time, dude, it was just like it felt like you're real, especially the third wall thing where you're fighting. Well, I forgot. God, it's been a while since I played the first one, but where you're fighting what's his name, and you have to unplug you have to take your save port out,
Psycho Mantis.
where Kojima breaks the third wall, where you have to take out your saving card, or he says he's gonna erase everything on your save card.
Yes.
That I'm like that. I just love stuff like that. The
Funny enough,
detail.
I actually got a gas mask that I'm gonna cosplay Psycho Mantis as the kid with like the purple hair.
That's it. It's it. Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, like Metal Gear Solid 5, I think had him as a kid. So I actually got like a gas mask on sale for Black Friday. I still haven't cosplayed as Psycho Mantis, and I'm gonna have like the Kurt Cobain pink hair, and I'm gonna get like a black straight jacket, and like cosplay Psycho Mantis. I mean the villains. You wouldn't have the even today the streamers like Sniper Wolf and just doing Metal Gear Solid. You know, I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan to this day with beret. I actually just bought a red
yeah.
beret to cosplay as a Helldivers character with the skull helmet. I'll show you later, dude. I got like the whole thing, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But in some game news, I don't know if you've seen it, Nick. I'm sure you have. The Steam console now looks like the GameCube. Have you seen that?
I've not seen that.
So it's a
I'm
little
looking at it
black
right
box.
now. Hold on.
So the funny part is while you're looking it up, I
look at
joked
that.
with my friend. I was like, I want like a see-through. I want the 90s colored see-through. I want a Steam Deck. Forget the black aesthetic. I get it for modern day times, but I want a see-through one. Like Nintendo 64 had a couple see-through Nintendo 64 versions. My aunt actually got me a Nintendo 64. Thank you for her. And I just saw that I think it was on sale for like $150 she spent, which was a lot of money back then. And thank her for getting me that system. Did you also, I'm still on 64. Did you play like Mario Tennis? You played Mario Kart? Did you play Mario Party?
Mario Party was definitely, dude. I was at every single sleepover,
Yeah.
hands down.
Absolutely.
If you didn't have Mario Party, it's like, bro, or it's like, I guess we're playing Bond.
Yeah.
We're playing Smash Brothers. But Mario Party, bro, was. There's a reason why it's called Mario Party, because you had to have a party with you to
Yeah.
like have fun with that. I know you could play it individually, but it's so much funner with friends, you know.
I also said this, that the Nintendo 64 controller is one of my favorite controllers, even though it was awkward. And the
Yes.
reason why is because now you have emulators and things like that, but at the same time, nothing beats like, you felt like you had a gun in your hand, and they had
Yes.
the first ever joystick.
The trigger.
The trigger.
Yep. The joystick and the trigger on the back. The
On
Z
the
button.
Z button.
Was it the Z button?
Yeah, and you could do songs like with music guys, and you could do songs with like Legend of Zelda, up, down, left, right, on the yellow C's. And I actually played Legend of Zelda later on the GameCube. So I was late to the party on that, but just it you
Yeah.
not you never. I understand we talked about this at the last episode that to make that controller you have extra buttons that did nothing. So I understand that it was kind of an awkward controller because you couldn't obviously
Yes.
we don't have three hands, so you couldn't use all of them. So, but I also have a favorite controller later, which is the Xbox controllers. I think just did it perfectly with the triggers. But if it wasn't for
Yeah.
Nintendo 64, you wouldn't have a joystick, And then later you
Yep.
see like PSPs, and you had the flat joystick, which was supposed to be the future on PS5 controllers. We didn't really get that. It was awkward playing a PSP. While I'm saying that, did you also play like Game Boy? Did you have some consoles that were portables like that as well?
I didn't really do much port stuff. I had a Sega. What was that called? The Sega Game Gear.
Yes, I know
That
what
was
you're
like the
talking.
only.
Wow.
I had the Sega Game Gear with the giant magnifier on it with the big old
Yes.
brick. Looks like
Yeah.
you could
It
see
didn't
the
sell
screen.
well, so they kind of killed
It did.
the Sega,
It did.
as which is wild. Did you ever
I
have
like Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color was one of my favorites, but like
the big
other than that, I really
behind?
didn't play a lot.
It was
Do
the
what?
thick. It was the thick one with the big behind. The purple, like remember the
Yep.
purple? It was
Yes.
thick.
It was super thick, dude. Like
Yeah.
it was. It's ridiculous to even think about today. Even if you see them, like you hold one in your hand, you're like, wow, I played this as a kid. How heavy was this thing? Like,
Did you
but it was.
play Pokemon?
I didn't play Pokemon. That was the one game I never got to. I'm not a huge turn-based RPG type of guy.
Uh huh.
I respect the games though, because it takes a lot of strategy and stuff like that. Something I guess I don't use much is my brain. So, uh,
I've said this too. I don't like puzzle games. Like if I'm playing, we're gonna get into Resident Evil later. But if I'm playing like Resident Evil,
oh,
I
dude,
don't want a
I love it.
puzzle game. I don't want a puzzle game
Hey,
if I'm playing an action game.
I know. Yes, I get that, and everybody's different. Same thing with the Uncharted. There's tons of puzzles. Tomb Raider, obviously. But I feel like the puzzle aspect of things. What I love is when they do a good story driven and it drives into it, and then it kind of pauses. You have to do puzzles, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it
oh,
takes me out. It takes me out.
all right. Yes, and honestly, what kind of stinks today? It's so. I mean, PlayStation now, when you turn on your PlayStation, you download a new game, it will actually give you a game guide now on your phone while you're playing the game, and so you can literally watch the game guide, and now you can just get to the puzzles easily. And now they got an
Yes.
option. I was playing Hogwarts Legacy, Hogwarts Legacy,
Oh wow.
and they said that I've seen it twice now in two games, and it's like, do you want to do story mode
Package.
or
I
easy,
did
normal,
already.
or hard? And I'm like, story mode, where you can skip all the puzzles now. And I'm
Really?
just like, man, yeah, just kind of for the developers and stuff like that make the game. It's like, come on, man. I don't know if people use it on speed runs or not. I
Mm,
hope not, because I like it kind of baffles me, and that goes for a lot of non-gamers too.
yeah.
Showing a friend that game, and they're like, don't know how to play video games, literally. And I can get, maybe for kids or something like that, it works out, but yeah, man, it's I thought it was kind of a bummer, but at the same time, like you in a sense, like if you want to get through it, I'm sure Resident Evil, the new one's coming out. I'm sure they're gonna have something with it, you know.
Well, it's funny you bring up Resident Evil because camera angles. Camera angles can make or
Oh
break.
yeah.
I was talking to my friend how they did a Resident Evil style game, and I'll make sure I get the name of it. But the Resident Evil style game lets you control the camera. And now you've played some remakes. Now, when
Yep.
they redo the cameras, does that help you play a Resident Evil game?
Yes, and yes, and I do have I have all the Resident Evils, and I wanted to replay all the originals, and it makes the game more a little more dynamic, on how you attack enemies and stuff like that. But like, yeah, when the camera angle changed to third person, when on GameCube, when they came out with Resident Evil 4, game changer, absolute game changer, you know. And yeah, and that's when I think Resident Evil got even more popular after that. But
For
I've
sure.
always loved the series. And also, speaking on that, my next console was the PlayStation 1, and that was the first game that truly terrified me because at the time I lived in a haunted house back in, where I was living in Arkansas, and we lived in a 5-acre land lot with a basement, and we had a roommate staying with my parents, and he bought a PlayStation with Resident Evil. And the scene where you walk into the first zombie and he's all twitching and he just turns and gives you that one eye look or the two eyes terrified me as a kid, dude. I think I was like 7 or 8 years old. Absolutely terrified me. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know about this game.
Yeah. I think Resident Evil is a lot of people's first introduction to horror video games. And that's why I wanted to talk to you. And like I said, I'm late to the Halloween. And I'm a big Halloween fan and horror fans.
You love it.
I do.
Yes.
I want to cosplay Silent Hill Pyramid Head on stilts. I'm working on it, so we're going to do that coming up.
That's what I'm replaying right now.
Nice.
I'm playing Silent Hill, the new one, or 2 remake.
The remake, not the little Asian schoolgirl one that just came out.
No, I played that
Silent
too.
Hill
I
F.
played.
Did you?
Yes, the first person one, the little short story, which I would definitely do a disclaimer on that because it's it deals with a lot of mental health issues and stuff like that. And I played it with a friend, and then man, it's spooky. Like it's not like terrifying like when PT came out.
More action based.
Yeah, more action, but of course you're running, and it's more story driven. I can see where they're trying to go with it, but it's like I can't say anything because the new one hasn't released yet. I don't think.
Silent Hill F did come out.
Yeah, Silent Hill has it released yet?
Yes,
it's out. I haven't played that one yet. I want to check it out.
There's a scene of like a scarecrow Asian girl as well, and there's, speaking of Game Boy Color, she'd be thick, bro. So like, there's a meme about how like, yo, the Gooner material is here. But
oh my God.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I'll send it to you later. But now I want to touch on that because before we go into horror, because that's going to be a whole conversation. Now, did you play demos?
Of course. Remember the little demo disc that you'd get in like PlayStation Magazine?
Yes. And like, Pizza Hut. Pizza had demos.
Pizza Hut. Yep. That's right.
That's how I got introduced to Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid. It was a PlayStation demo. And you can only go so far. And I just kept replaying it. There was that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
Pro Skater 1. Yeah.
I don't even know how I got that, bro. So you played a couple different demos, which is how it... I was saying this the other day. Like, it's weird playing now, like Pal World, how it's a quote-unquote beta, which to me, I feel like that was because of legal issues. They called it a beta, and it's still successful. There's rumors they're going to team up with Digimon, and if they do Digimon Pal World, imagine that. Pokemon just lost that lawsuit that they couldn't, like, save and motion capture, like the catch and release system. But so now we are on... You were talking about Resident Evil, and I want to make sure I tell you this story because you're going to laugh. I don't remember where I played PlayStation 1 Resident Evil, but we were there late at night. Bro, I didn't even get through the intro to the game. There was like a werewolf, and it was like first person of the werewolf, and it was like the mansion. I was terrified. Absolutely terrified of Resident Evil 1. And it's funny looking back at how the graphics and now they're remaking it because your mind...
It still is. I feel like it still is terrifying. I re-downloaded it on PlayStation Plus and I was like,
really?
It still has that monotone setting. It's like, it's just so... I don't know. It's like, it kind of just takes me back. It's like, it's so basic but scary.
There's rumors that they're doing... I don't know if you've seen this, that they're doing the city, Raccoon City. And so... They're doing the Raccoon City and multiplayer, kind of like that one place. I think it was a PlayStation 2 game, but like it's basically. And the reason is I'm bringing it up. It's like a Helldivers, Resident Evil version. Obviously not like Helldivers, but multiplayer. They're gonna bring that back with PS5 graphics. That's the rumor mill of the next Resident Evil. And I am so here for that. I want a multiplayer Resident Evil because we started getting into action based. Now, I got a question for you, my friend. Now, I played Resident Evil 4. I remember getting the magazine, Game Informer, and like Village, and all of these that were coming out, and I was so excited. But
Yep.
I played Resident Evil 4 with Leon, right? On a
Hmm.
GameCube. So I played the remastered version,
Yep.
and I got to like the puppet guy in the mansion. So it's a long game, but it felt like I was
Oh yeah.
playing a Metal Gear Solid game, but it
Yeah.
was Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
And
They did such
that's
a good job with the
they
game.
started going more action based, but what a freaking game. Like, and not to mention it was a big deal when they went to the GameCube because the graphics had to like lower a little. But what a fantastic game. And I didn't even finish it because it was my baby mama's at the time. So, like I said, I played Legend of Zelda and I played the Resident Evil, and I had issues with graphics when I was playing Legend of Zelda. I didn't know that I had to climb up these vines. And I, like you
Yeah.
said, I had to go on YouTube and like try to figure out walkthroughs because it wasn't like a thing. Did you ever have issues with playing those graphic games? Like, what is your least favorite? Like, what is a game that made you rage because of the graphics?
Oh God, that's a tough question because there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, um, Battletoads was a fun one back then. Sorry, which is like the worst game ever. Battletoads,
Battle Toads.
dude, that was brutal. That was brutal. That was pretty bad. Graphics and all that. I don't think you remember that, but that was back on. I think what was that on Nintendo? Like, dude, it was impossible. And honestly, I would also say another one, Frogger on PlayStation 1 was kind of the same
I
way.
loved Frogger. I
I
was
love
pretty
that
good
game.
at it.
I was decent at it, but the graphics on it was like,
Yeah.
like, what are
It's
you
an
doing?
old game. It was imported there. Did you ever play any other ports that were older games as well? Like, did you? Because for Game Boy, you played like Super Mario Brothers, like one and
Of
two.
course.
So did you? You
Yeah.
weren't big into consoles. You tried the Sega. Did you play
Yep.
any imports besides some remakes or like? I want to definitely get into those remakes.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, not until later down the road when the consoles got a little bit better. Um, and I think what remakes when they started on the newer consoles, I would say when we go back to um I would say PS3, right? Is when we first started getting the remakes of older games and stuff like that were being ported over. Um God, it's been a minute, but I love God of War remake was one of my favorites. When they remade it for PS3, the graphics I know that like which God of War is like I have to rank that as one of my top favorite games of all time, especially this last game. It is just it'll make you cry, make you laugh, make you cheer. Like it is. Well, I know they're thinking about doing a TV series on it now on Amazon.
Yeah, which
Like
I
it's
was.
that good.
That's great because I was just talking to my friend. I was like, I want to see a TV show of God of War. Is there an actor that
Dude,
you would love to see play? Like Triple H is probably a little too old now with a heart
that's what
condition.
I said to you, Triple
Yeah,
H.
and
Yes,
but he's a
Triple H
little,
probably be perfect.
and everyone wants that. But
He,
like some people want the voice actor because he did the motion capture as well.
yes.
But unfortunately, he is
What's his
getting up
name?
there in age. You
Yes,
can look it up.
yeah, and that's yeah, he's up there in age. He was on Stargate. He was on the show Stargate forever.
Wow.
I forgot his name.
Did you play PC games as well, like Diablo 3 or
Doom,
StarCraft?
Doom,
Doom,
Wolfenstein.
Doom, and Wolfenstein.
Um, Wolfenstein was probably my favorite one. I actually liked it better than Doom on the PC. Back in the old PC, like the old PCs. And then obviously now, like Doom, of course. I had Doom 64. Like, I love Doom 64
That's what I was
games.
gonna ask you
Freaking
about.
God, dude. So going into horror, that was probably like my first like it kind of was spooky. It wasn't like crazy spooky, obviously. You can run around and the sound effects made it spooky. Again, audio. Like the sounds the monsters would make. It just ugh.
But the thing
It's just
about audio, even today, dude, they did a update to Helldivers 2. one of my favorite games, as you
Yeah,
know. And now I could hear villains sneaking up on me. They made the
I heard
heavier,
about that.
yes, and it was, dude, game changer, because
That
they couldn't sneak up on
yeah,
you anymore if you had headphones on, which a lot of people now play with headphones. You could hear them sneaking up on you, so you
yep,
could turn around and fight them.
dude. Though, man, that's when it was the first one. It really hit. And honestly, the very first game I that was like horror wise was Silent Hill. It was
What a
Silent Hill
game.
2. It was PlayStation. Yeah, it was
Legendary.
freaking creepy, dude.
Yeah.
It was so creepy. Like, and I remember like going after school. I was just like, all right, man. Like, I'm thinking about it. Like, I gotta do this. Literally had to build courage, and I tell everybody this with horror games, and I
No, I
love
get
it.
it. Yeah,
And I love that
absolutely.
it's gotten so popular with like Queso and other streamers and stuff like that that play the horror game genre. And dude, before streaming and stuff, my family would listen to me scream or something. They'd be like, "What the hell is going on in that room? Like, what is
Yeah.
he doing?"
Now, you were
Like,
over in my apartment when we played virtual reality and we played Phasmophobia, and I was telling you, like,
yeah,
you would sweat in I have soundproofing here, and like Phasmophobia was the first game that like scared me as an adult. Um,
yes.
and you saw how it is because it feels so real. Now, I know you're a big fan of Dead Space, right?
Oh my god, bro, that game. That was one of the best. I thought it was like kind of like I'm a huge sci-fi guy. Love sci-fi. Like Star Fox 64 was like one of my first like
So
space
good.
and stuff
So
like that.
good.
That game is freaking epic. Like it's so much fun. And
Do a
like
barrel
that
roll.
was the dude, that was like I love that. Then it went into okay, we got Resident Evil and then we got into um Doom, and then Wolfenstein was like, whatever.
Someone just said
But
on the
like,
chat, Dead Space gave me PTSD. We're still waiting
yeah,
for a remake of Dead Space. I think Dead Space is one of
dude,
the most terrifying games in the horror genre of
bro,
all time.
I mean, the story alone is just amazing. Like, I love how you're not a superhero. You're nothing crazy but an engineer.
Maybe one of the
That's
first
all you are.
games, like now we get these games where it's just like a flashlight and you can't fight. It's not an action. Like
Yes, you can't
those
fight,
are terrifying. Now remember
bro.
you were here when we played that alien game, and it's just you walking around,
Yes,
but it's terrifying. Like you can't fight. So it's we played
yes.
I know you
Run
were a
and hide,
fan of run and hide games. That's right, like Alien Isolation.
dude. That game was. I went to GameStop and I was talking to the guy there, and he was just like, "I'm looking for something horror," but like, he's like, "Well, dude, you like Alien, right?" I'm like, "I love Alien." Which I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite, Alien or Predator?
I really want to see the
I've
new
been at
Honestly, now I want
it's
to that new Predator.
it looks awesome.
I
That just
didn't.
came out Friday.
The Prometheus stuff started getting a little too story. Alien's always been more story. I feel like Predator's more
Yes.
action. Um,
Yep.
so Game Chat said, "Is it J? Oh, Diaz. Hey Diaz, I love the number 7. I couldn't even finish Alien Isolation. You know what? Me either, man.
Bro,
Now they make those
bro,
games, bro, with a
I play on
camera,
headset.
with a
There is
camera.
no music. Yeah, there's no music in the game either. There's no music. It's just atmospheric. You're on a spaceship. It has the humming sounds, the lights flickering of the fluorescence. You can hear every single thing in the AC units, and that game was so freaking epic. In which I
And it's
can't remember if I can
hard.
find the video. I can show it to you. Apparently, I'm not. Don't quote me 100%. I'm correct on this, but like I'm pretty sure that they said that they made the alien an AI in
Yes.
the video game. It was one of the first of its kind in video
Yes.
games to where if you hide in the locker every time the alien and he kills you, if you keep doing it, it will literally check the locker. And also,
Wow.
it also went off its own mind of like, oh, is this randomly going to drop here or randomly just drop over here? and you would have to run and hide. And obviously, the creepiest part, which I thought was the coolest, and it happened to me, there is auto saves in Alien Isolation,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to get past like a certain part of the mission. Say if you're like you have to go up to this thing called the key card, and you have to go and put it in. It'll go red light, green light, and then the save function would pop on. Unless like, and then if you go down and you're playing the game, unless there's like a cutscene in the middle of it, it'll do like an auto save. But
Yes.
like what I loved about that game was the fact that it happened to me. I'm like, I see the alien, and I'm like, oh my god, there's the save right there. I finally made it to the save. It took me like 35 minutes to an hour to get there, and I
Oh,
put it in, and it goes red light, and then it goes. All you see is the alien thing go right through my chest. I was like,
I'm getting nervous just thinking about it.
yeah, and it's like, sorry, it didn't save, and it restarts. I'm like, oh my god, you literally have to be in the clear. But what I loved about that game so much was the run and hide aspect. And if Alien, like, dude, and it's so realistic to the point, Alien's a perfect creature. I know in the movies and stuff, what was it? Alien 1 was a prime example. Couldn't really kill it with much, just had to like run and hide, and kind of feel like they took that old original Alien and implemented it into the game. Then you got Alien 2, and then there was some bad Alien video games, and that
Absolutely.
I was very disappointed because of the fact of there was an Alien before that it was horrible. I forgot the name of that Alien game, but it was like a action RPG or action based like first person. It was terrible, like absolutely terrible.
So I know
So
that
when
your
Alien
story.
Isolation came out, it was like no one cared. They're like, oh, it's just another Alien game. Like it
Yeah.
sucks, it's Alien. No, dude, like that game, I still got it on my PS5. Like, yes, it takes some time to beat that game. A lot of patience, but it's so well worth it. Like for a horror genre, I just love the sound effects when he's like when the alien hears you and it's like you can hear his footsteps just like thumping, thump 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 thump,
Yeah.
like running after you. Or
Yeah.
there are humans in the game. You can use guns and stuff, but like you
But
don't want to use your gun because the alien's gonna come out.
exactly, and
Yeah.
ammo is scarce, like Resident Evil. Like
Oh
that's what I
God,
mean.
yeah.
Like so, if you had to use ammo,
Yes.
it was a big deal. And also,
Yeah.
I want
If
to
you have,
touch
yeah.
on that
Yep.
because there's now, and I love when I love intuitive games where they like break the fourth wall, like you said, Metal Gear Solid, put the
Yes.
controller on the ground, and then we got the
Yes.
GameCube version of the Twin Snakes. I would see like trailers for the Twin Snakes, and even the Twin Snakes had the save feature, so it would be like Super Mario Sunshine. You've been playing this game, and we haven't gotten the remakes because Nintendo owns the rights, but now they're doing these horror games where there's a camera just like the new Nintendo Switch 2. So you actually have to physically hide. Like I have to duck down and the alien can
Oh
see
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're on the camera
Mm-hmm.
and it could
I
hear you.
love
Or
that.
proximity chat, just like, and I've been saying this. I haven't played Arc Raiders, but bro, I want to play Arc Raiders so bad because it sounds like a blast because
Me too. I've
yeah.
been watching a lot of clips on it. It looks really fun.
Let's
Like,
let's do it, dude. I'm trying to because I feel like we could have 5 people and play Arc Raiders. So we're definitely get on that. And you were talking about Uncharted and like when they import games. I was talking to my friend and I was like, you got to play Mass Effect because Mass Effect is such a good game.
yeah,
He's a big Cyberpunk fan and I love Cyberpunk. But if you haven't played Mass Effect was one of the first ones that each how you created the character would like that's how you played the
impact
game.
the story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Not just the
I love
choices
that.
you make, but story-driven games like you said, Silent Hill and PlayStation One. And I know we're jumping all over the place, and we're talking like TV shows. I just read that, like for example, the new Predator film got a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like,
Oh wow.
like people said it wasn't gonna do good. I know they say that it's been marveled, so it's like a marvel. But like my joke is the original Predator was
Oh,
bald, and like yeah, Andromeda. Thank you. Yeah, Andromeda was what killed
Andromeda.
Mass Effect.
Yeah,
It should have
yeah.
been so
And
good.
yes, I think they let a lot of people down on that one. That was
Yeah.
had a
Well,
lot of high
there was a lot
expectations for
of
that game.
switching studios, and so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was an
New develop.
unfinished product, just like Metal Gear Solid
Yeah,
5.
and they pushed it, and I mean that's what sucked was like that at that era. That's when we started getting to the downloadable content and what do you call it,
Paywalls.
microtransactions. It was
Yep.
like we need to just push these games out, and it just sucks because it takes away from the artistic side of the game, and I kind of feel it. There's probably a handful of games that I mean, one of my favorite games another one I was kind of, and it's actually made a resurgence is Dying Light. When that came out on 360,
Dying Light.
zombie game. Dying Light was cool. Again, the soundtrack in that game. You ever seen Stranger Things?
Yeah. Of course.
Like the soundtrack in Stranger Things. If you like Stranger Things soundtrack, listen to the soundtrack of Dying Light. Pretty dope. Like, dope
No.
soundtrack, the music and stuff. But a free runner as the zombie like open world, that game was so dope and pretty creepy because you go out at night and you get double XP because you fight the I forgot if they're called the night crawlers, I think, and you have to shine a UV light on them to burn them to keep them away. Those things were freaking. You can't outrun them. Like, you can, but it was like you barely would. But that game was a freaking that again. They had that, and then when they came out with Dying Light 2, and then I heard so many bad reviews. It was an okay game. Like, they still tried to keep the thing going, but it was like I felt like the story kind of just fell short on a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the new one they just did with the same character from Dying Light with Crane, man, bro, it's a lot shorter, smaller map area, but dude, it's still freaking. I love zombie games. You know that.
Yeah.
Me and you've played a buttload of those.
Yeah. We played. Now we didn't play. Legal issues and stuff. Zombie games. What's the one? Oh my God, Left 4 Dead. But we played like.
We played Left 4 Dead a lot.
Left 4 Dead.
My new favorite zombie game, though, right now, I played the crap out of it this past summer. It was, oh my God, where is it at? I got it right here. It was, oh gosh, his Jacob is the lead character, a punk rock dude. Oh, I just went blank.
Dead Island?
Dead Island. Dead
Oh
Island
yeah,
2.
Dead Island. What a great game.
Bro, Dead Island 2. Dead Island was great, but I'm pretty sure Valve and the creators of Left 4 Dead did Dead Island.
Yes.
I think. I'm not 100% right on
Yes,
that.
I think you're right.
Dead Island 2 was so cool, man. Like, you can, I think you get up to 6 different characters you can play as, and each character has their own unique, like, how they act and stuff. Jacob is probably my favorite character in the game. He's just freaking hilarious punk rock dude. This, like, you can make any weapon. It's actually pretty creepy too. It's pretty dark. There's some dark scenes in it, and very, very, very violent. Very violent.
Now,
And
what?
it's just, ugh.
Speaking of game companies, now remember Left 4 Dead. They did like the other version of the game that you and I played on Xbox for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I
What
always
was that
forget
called? 4 something. Has 4.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
because
God.
it was like part 3 for Left 4 Dead Part 2.
Dead. Yes.
And we
they
played that
called
one.
Oh my God.
And I remember the if you startled the ravens, like they would know that you're there.
Yes.
But it wasn't like the witch
You would be
crying
like,
in the
"What
corner.
are you doing?"
Yeah. And I got pushed out a building, and I was like flying 100 feet, and I was like, Nick, I'm so far away from you on the map. Oh my God,
I
we're gonna have to
remember
get,
that.
Ah,
That was it back? Was it back for blood?
Back for Blood. Yeah,
Was
something
it
like
Back
that.
for Blood?
It was something like that. Yeah.
That game was fun, and it was cool because you could play online. And then I haven't played World War Z yet. I've heard mixed reviews with it. I'm probably gonna download that, but like,
Oh, I'm glad you brought up Anthem because we were so my if you remember Flacco, we played with Flacco on Helldivers. So I couldn't
Yep.
remember the game Flacco the other day, but I was telling how like Nintendo 64 had a Superman game, and all you did was fly around through rings. But like to this day, dude, I do
Oh my
a
God,
drone.
Superman 64.
Yes. So
That's got to be top 5, one of the worst games ever made.
that's true, but you know what? There's so many games where you fly through rings. Even Spider-Man,
Yes.
like speed running,
It created a new thing.
It did, and I'm sure there's like a genre of that. What's called Anthem is the biggest just like Back for Blood.
It's
It
a,
is
yeah,
called Back for Blood. And it was fun for like a minute. You had to be there because, and that's the thing I've been saying about Arc
it
Raiders.
was when that
You,
came out. That was cool.
yeah, you have to jump on a game in the time. So my boss is playing. I let
Yeah,
him borrow the Pokemon game, and I'm saying how like
yeah,
you have to play. Like I played that Pokemon game, and you know me, dude. I love multiplayer games. That's why I love
yep.
Helldivers. Anthem was supposed to be this.
Like that.
It looked beautiful, dude. Like
Oh,
Anthem
I
was
know.
like
When they
this
first
destiny.
released that, I was like, "What
Oh,
is this?"
dude, it should have. Like, I feel like Arc Raiders takes a lot of what Anthem did in a newer version, kind of like Arc. But again, I want to kind of go in blind to that game. Um, and like, you know, you have games like Tomb Raider that changed, and you
Yeah.
get new franchises and new versions of it, and TV shows that get people into it. And on a side note, I want to talk about, we were talking about Halo, and people are like, oh, the worst thing they did in Halo is like take off Master Chief's helmet. I haven't seen the Halo. I mean, the graphics look good. I really hope, like I said, God of War
Oh, the
lives
remake.
up to the
I know that's one of
application.
your favorite
They
first-person
they want
shooters.
to remake God of War today. They still, again, a third version of God of War. I don't know if there was a remake or not, but like they want to do remake God of War 1. I just hate climbing games like Uncharted 1 or Mass Effect, how you would drive around in the vehicle and they took it out. And you were talking about Star Fox and even Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts, like gummy ships, you would have
Kingdom Hearts was a great game.
great game. And we were talking about Sephiroth and how difficult it was
That
to
shit
beat
made me
those
cry.
bosses. Oh, dude. And the soundtrack, I mean, simple and clean. Did you have a game that, like, you couldn't beat that just like, just angered you back in the day or today? Like, you still, like, I hate, you know me, dude. I hate platform jumping games. They make me so
Oh God,
nervous
yeah,
to
dude.
Mario.
Yeah,
And they said, yeah, I'll just say this. So they said that all you have to do in your mind in Mario is if they would add, like, if you have to jump from A to B or A to C, if they put B, then your mind isn't as nervous. But because B is missing A to C, you get freaking
C.
terrified.
Yes, yes. Same thing with Crash Bandicoot in the same sense with and you know I love Crash like that. I had that on PlayStation as well. I played Crash like crazy. I
You know,
love Crash Bandicoot. You know, and going off a little bit off subject with that, you know, Ratchet and Clank too. It was kind of the same. It was a very tough game to
it's
beat.
Predator. It's the new Predator. You have a backpack that talks. It's literally Ratchet and Clank. It is
Yeah,
Predator the movie.
that's awesome.
It's true.
That's so cool.
Is
But yeah,
there?
man,
Is
like
there? Yeah. Go ahead.
those games, yeah. It's mostly were those. Those are the games I could not beat because again, ADD would kick in. Just they don't lose interest. Like, oh, I want to go to something else now. Oh, I want to go to something
Well, there
else.
were so
Like,
many good games
never get back
coming
to it.
out. You know, like we were just getting bombarded. You know, with and again, you couldn't
Yeah.
afford them all. So you know, if you were lucky, you could play them
No.
at a friend's house, or someone had these horror games that introduced you, or your cousins, or your family, or your
Yeah.
brother, and who got you into video games. So now we were on. Now we're jumping all over the place. But is there like we were talking the other day how Metal Gear Solid hasn't been made into a TV show. Is there, besides God of War, like maybe one, is there a video game that you feel like didn't get enough love or attention that you played that you want to shout out? Like I played Small Soldiers, fantastic, or even Space
Oh yeah, I
Jam
heard that was really
Basketball.
good.
It was so much fun at the
Yeah.
time. You had AI like pets, and even Fortnite now has pets. And there's rumors that you're gonna have Pokemon pets, and it's gonna just crazy. It's just gonna it's Fortnite is a giant. It's gonna just make so much money.
Oh God, yeah.
Is there a game that you want to give a special shout out? Your core memory that a lot of people might not know about or didn't play. Is there one like that? Like I said, Small Soldiers. I always say like Def Jam, like wrestling, or and sports games like Space Jam, the basketball game with Looney Tunes.
Oh
Like,
yeah, dude.
is there anything that like comes to mind?
Yeah. You know the like you remember Cool Borders?
Oh my God,
There's a game called
989
there's a game
Studios.
called Steep. Yeah, there's a game called Steep that came out, and there's another one too. You can do bikes, BC bikes, BMX biking and mountain
Oh,
biking. You
nice.
can snow ski, you can snowboard, you can do like base jumping, you can do the wingsuit. Oh, they just came out a little like that game is, and also the one I'll give another shout out to. I'm playing it right now, and it's so much fun. Goat Simulator.
now,
I
now
freaking love this
we
game,
are
dude.
getting these games like Rock Simulator where you just are a rock and you just watch the visuals and the weather. And people love these kinds of games. Like a snail. There's a one where you're a snail and you climb up a mountain
Hmm.
and you get a beanie for your snail. Like that's all you get.
Yes.
Like a cat simulator where you're a cat. But now you get these horror movies.
Yeah.
Like speaking of horror, Good Boy. Good Boy, the
Good boy.
movie.
Did you see it?
I have not.
I didn't see it.
It's hard
It's
to
only an hour
watch.
and 10 minutes.
It's hard to watch. Like my wife doesn't want to watch it. She doesn't like horror like movies.
I love that.
So like, um, the Good Boy one is hard to watch because it's a dog. You get nervous about like,
Yeah.
this poor dog.
Yeah, that's the creepy part.
But look at Resident
It's,
Evil now. They're so hard to like. There's a new Resident Evil movie. They're making another Resident Evil movie like about Raccoon City.
yes.
And like I said, I hope they make that video game of Raccoon City. So, yeah, dude.
There
like,
is another game I'll definitely shout out. There's actually a couple.
Go for
Number
it.
one, for horror wise, I think a lot of people forget about Evil Within, which I thought was a cool
Evil Within.
concept. Kind of a little bit took a little bit of Resident Evil mixed with like Silent Hill, and I love the monsters in the game. Very terrifying. And definitely another one. I know it's probably off base a little bit. I don't think that anybody really played, which was Wolfenstein, the new one that came
Wolfenstein.
out on PS4.
Yes.
The story reminded me of like Inglorious Bastard style. It gave me that type of vibe when you played it. Like, it was so cool, very graphic, obviously, but the Nazis win the World War II, and then you have to fight through that and create a revolution. And the game, like, it didn't really get much cred, but like I said before, though, with Evil Within, like it was kind of creepy. Like the way it's more of a psychological thriller. The story wasn't really like remembering or whatever, but Evil Within 2 was pretty cool. And also, I'll give one more shout out. Another run and hide game that you probably have played, which was Outlast, which
Outlast.
was terrifying. Oh my gosh, bro. If your camera died, you're screwed. It should happen to me all the time because you have night vision. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, bro. And you couldn't see the enemies coming where they're coming from and stuff like that. But dude, those games, I just feel like, I don't know, Outlast, it just slowly got bigger and bigger. And I know they came out with Outlast 2, and I think they haven't came out with another one yet. But, and I was going to ask you this, though, with the horror game genre. What do you think about, like, Heavy Rain and Until Dawn, where you have to choose story-wise? It's not really more action-based, but it's more story-driven.
I'm so
What do you
glad.
think about those?
You know what's funny, dude? This is why we're friends. Because I was just gonna say Until Dawn. I always forget the name. I was literally about to look it up. They're making a movie about Until Dawn, and they didn't get what's his
Yeah.
name, Sam, the guy who played Queen, Freddie Mercury. So they didn't get the actor. Just like my friend was
Oh,
talking
yeah, what's his
about
name?
Sam something. But we'll look it up. Like it's like Jamie clipped that, but they didn't. So Cal, like the Star Wars games, some fans don't want that actor, like the redheaded character, or the
Oh,
actor
yeah.
who played the
Yes.
Joker. And it's like you can't do like this is what my friend said. You can't do God of War with like that's who should play Kratos. And I'm like,
Yeah.
unfortunately the studio wants, they're gonna put Jack Black as God of War.
I
What I
know.
mean?
And, well, it's the
Kratos.
same thing with one of my favorite, my favorite all-time voice actor is what's his name from Last of Us. Um, oh my God, what's his name? It's gonna bother me. See, hold on. I'm gonna say
Pedro
it. It's,
Pascal?
not Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
which
the
I
actor
thought he
that
did a
did it.
fantastic job.
Some people don't. So my friend would say, "Oh, I don't think we need a what's the name of the game? PlayStation 3. Halloween Horror
Troy
Nights.
Baker.
It's Troy Baker.
Troy
So
Baker's in almost every video game. I swear to God.
yes, he is. He's like the Cowboy Bebop that Bob voice
Wasn't
actor.
he played the Joker as well, didn't he? In Arkham?
I believe I'm pretty sure that's right. One of my friend's favorite games is the Batman Arkham Asylum games. What a
Oh, dude, those
the
games
first ones
are
that had
absolutely phenomenal.
trophies, and we're talking PS3 now. But like, right, PS3
Yeah.
was Arkham Asylum, and I never had a PS3. But
Yep.
like, what trophies? Like PlayStation trophies to this day.
Oh
Like,
God, dude.
I have everything
I
on
know.
Helldivers, but like, that's the first. And I was saying like Arkham Asylum, the
Oh,
Riddler.
dude.
The Riddler's not even a villain in the game, but like the
No.
trophies, the Riddler made the trophies such a thing.
Fun.
There's stream channels just dedicated to people doing trophies.
Yes, absolutely. I have a friend, Eric, who's all the way in Arkansas. He 100% games. Period. It's
Yeah.
100 platinums every single game. He is a
Oh.
diehard Final Fantasy, and he has 100% platinums on every Final Fantasy game that's out on
Now,
PlayStation.
I'm glad you brought
Every
that up
single
too,
one of them.
because you said you didn't play RPG games. So did you play
No.
Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation? Because I thought like story.
Yes,
So you did.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And,
It was
and,
good.
and saving storages and like these games where you could like Legend of Zelda, you could have a trunk full of stuff
Mhm.
like Resident Evil and those kind of games. And
My
again,
old school gamers will disagree. They because I had friends that were like, they couldn't stand the remake. You know, you get a lot of mixed crowd with that, and I completely understand. Like like if you're a diehard Final Fantasy person, you cannot knock it because that's their book or their game, and like when you kind of challenge it a little bit and trying to retweak things in it, kind of throws away the originality of the art of the game. But I think they did a pretty good job with it. You know, from the pressure of making that game is just absolutely,
yeah,
you know, same thing with it's not even close because Final Fantasy is absolutely. If you don't,
it's
you're
a
not a gamer if you
juggernaut.
don't know what that is. Like you're just not a gamer. Like, but you know, just think about the pressure of Rockstar Games right now, spending what $2.4 billion on Grand Theft Auto 6.
Hmm.
Like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
You can't
absolutely.
really. And I can't believe they
Sometimes,
pushed it back again.
yeah,
you know?
right. Some people
But I
got their
understand.
right. Like a good game should be worth waiting for, but
Yes.
at the same like that's the thing of even Helldivers. Like we are the beta testers, and if the game
Yep.
doesn't do good,
You just
the game developers have a different role, and I was defending them because they don't play the games like we do. You know, there's a 12-year-old kid that's amazing at a certain game, and we're never going to beat that 12-year-old
Yeah.
kid. Some people, like my other friend
Nope.
Nick, and you've played with Nick in Helldivers, he's just the best at every game
Yeah.
that he touches because he was born with a controller in his hand. So, like,
Yeah.
there's so
Yes.
much pressure
Yeah.
of that. You know, there's like, so you know, they keep saying how you can do taxes, you can do music production, like Last of Us. You can play
Yep.
the guitar. You have Blink 182, Mark Hoppus.
Yeah. Yeah.
playing,
The little mini.
Yeah, but like, I think, and this is a hot take, and you tell me. So we're talking. It's again, people love playing the same thing over and over again. My ADHD. That's why I
Yeah.
love Helldivers. But
Yeah.
the
It's always
downside
different.
is.
Anytime you play.
Yeah, and again, we've been playing. You know, we played a lot of Grand Theft Auto. We had so much fun during COVID. Like
Oh my God.
we rode the roller coaster. I dated girls in real life because you know that story. I flew to California during COVID to meet a girl
Yeah.
that I played Grand Theft Auto with.
Oh, no. Yeah.
You know that story.
literally went to Grand
Whoa,
Theft
whoa, whoa!
Auto.
Let's not
Okay.
tell. Let's not tell too much. But you know,
No.
like, but I feel like with the pressure of it, it's like
Yeah.
it's the same
There's
game
so much.
remade, which is what leads me to Black Ops. Was it 6? Right? Like,
Oh my gosh, bro. I've seen. I saw Asmongold and some other people comment on this on or what's his name? Is it Charlie Penguins on
let's
YouTube?
let's take a break right here,
If you
real
go on
quick.
Black Ops 7, it's so bad, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna
Like,
take
what
a.
happened?
Nick, is it alright if we take a break real quick? If you gotta use the restroom and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna talk about how this is affecting Black Ops 6, and it's getting reviewed as the worst Black Ops of all time, right? It's Black
Yeah,
Ops.
dude. Yeah.
Because of that. So let's
Sad.
take a really quick break. and then we're gonna talk about how that pressure gets into these games. Is that fun?
Yeah.
I'll be as quick as
Let's
I
do
can.
it.
Call of Duty is garbage now, Flacco says. Flacco, if
I
you
know,
want to
it's
join,
bad.
you can join our call, by the way, man. You just let me know. So we're going to take a quick break. Flacco, if you want to join us, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back on. Nick, if you want to grab a glass of water, grab a drink.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, man.
Sounds good. I'm excited. Like, you know, you can tell I'm excited. We're on.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Black Ops, and the first was it Xbox? Like
Black Ops? Yeah. No,
I-
but yeah, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
360. I knew a girl that was like top 10% at Black Ops. So we'll take a break and we're gonna come back on. I know she was so good, dude. Like
right.
zombies. So we'll be right back. Muted.
Do it.
We'll be right back.
All right, we'll go grab a drink.
All right. All right, we're back. He's going to be back here in just a moment, guys. We're going to talk about the new Black Ops and how we're going. I think we are on. I know we're jumping all over the place. I'm excited to play, talk to my friend and I think he has great insight in horror video games. And I am stalling. And I'm having a fantastic time. Thank you for everybody joining us tonight. If you haven't yet, follow me on the Instagram, Muted Manny, Manny. Live on Twitch every Thursday. We start around 7:30 with Internal Flame. Internal Savior, I think now is the screen name. Shout out to my boy. And if you like this episode, please give us comments on what you want to talk about, whether it be video games, whether it be movies, whether it be things like that. We're going to talk about it. The purpose of this is to talk about how you would with your friends, your boys, whether it's around the water cooler, work talk. That's what we do here. This is a special episode going a little long. I'm going to split it into 2 parts because, like I said, we want to do a special Halloween episode. We're a little late. You guys can see behind me, I got the popcorn bucket of Michael Myers. I got a couple masks back there. Let me point it right there because that's my least favorite Michael Myers, which is Michael Myers 2, but the red teary drops, the mask was different. We're excited about the new Scream movie. I got Black Phone 2. Fantastic movie if you guys haven't seen it. It's got a cult following. Such a good movie. Fantastic. I always cosplay as some of these characters as well. You can always follow me at Scary Manny with an I and E, Scary, Manny. For Hallmat, we're working on some things on stilts as well. We talk about Alistair from Has-Been Hotel. We're doing Ancient Magus Bride Elias. Like I said, I want to do is it Pinhead? Triangle? Oh, not Pinhead. That's Hellraiser. But Pinhead or Triangle Head from Silent Hill. Pyramid Head, excuse me.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We're back. We
Well,
need the meme. Boom, 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 boom. Welcome back.
Well, Silent Hill, the short message wasn't really Pyramid Head. It was a flower monster man. I don't know what to call him.
Well, look at I said, the Last of Us. Some people are like, that shouldn't have been a TV series, but you know what? That TV series should have been. The Haunted House, Stranger Things Haunted House for Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, that's cool.
Come on, dude. And Halloween Horror Nights, the puppets, amazing stuff. I'm not a puppet guy. Like, I haven't made puppets, but dude, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I'm so excited about. We're talking Alien versus Predator, and the joke I was gonna make is like the new Predator has dreadlocks because he's young, and like the Predator from the film is bald. I'm like, he's seen some stuff. Yeah. He's seen. we have pills now that help. I want to see that.
He's killed a lot of aliens today. He's just like, I can't take this anymore. It's just the dreads were just fading away.
He had to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was stressed. There's talks that they're going to bring Arnold back for the next one. And the anime series on Netflix, you talk about Love and Robots and Black Mirror and things like that. Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Me too.
Last of Us, and there's a lot of controversy with the actors and Pedro Pascal's and
everything. Of course.
Dude,
there's going to be.
Dude, I'm watching Frankenstein right now. I'm halfway through it. Frankenstein. I'm not the director's biggest fan, but dude, Frankenstein is like...
Del Toro?
Del Toro, dude. It reminds me of... I love movies like the remake of... It reminds me, because they actually did like sets, and you can tell whether there's controversy about like the makeup. It looks like Goiti, like... what is that song? Goiti... But you didn't have to turn me on, whatever that song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the makeup is like, But, I told my wife, I was like, imagine a Frankenstein. I love that.
It's original.
Yeah, dude. You don't see, like, Christopher Nolan.
Not CGI or computer.
Yeah, you actually flip, like, a bus. You blow up things. Like, you have sets. But I don't want to get into movies, but we'll do that another night of horror movies and things like that. So, we were saying how, now you said Dead by Daylight. You never played Dead by Daylight, or did you ever also?
Yeah, I played that. Yeah. I think I played that with you. Remember
Hard,
we
yeah.
played the Jason character and Alien character, Freddy Krueger. Oh, which one did I play? Oh, it was the one I played was with the Stranger Thing monster,
Wow.
the
Okay. Yeah.
demigod.
Yes. What a
Dude,
great game.
it was cool. It's a
Now,
it's fun.
like I said, I'm excited
I love
about
that.
the Helldivers movie. I'm excited. I hope it's like the Black Ops commercial where like Zac Efron just gets killed right away, and like then it's
Yes.
like a no name. But like movies like Judge Dredd, like that had that actor with the frown, and what a great movie. So now
There's
I know we're
Dread.
going a little long, but I think on consoles, did you ever play a video game that you like lost track of time and you were just staring at the graphics? Where you're like, you're a sports guy, so um,
Yes.
it was
Honestly, I would say
like
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, definitely. Like I said, the GameCube version of the Twin Snakes, it was a little
Hmm.
anime. Like Solid Snake should not be surfing on a missile, but he surfed on a missile.
Yeah.
But like, is there a game that you played that the graphics were just remarkable? I know you were talking about like Assassin's Creed, which we haven't talked about. I wish Assassin's
Assassin's Creed.
Creed,
Really great.
dude, and you played
The
Odyssey, and
Origins is good.
oh, is there a game
Odyssey is beautiful.
before we even go in Assassin's Creed? Is there a game that you played that the graphics were incredible and you were like, you just like Mass Effect for me? I'd stop playing the video game and I'm in the spaceship and I'm
Yeah,
just
Mass
like
Effect's a really good one. Yeah.
the graphics, and they remaster it. I haven't even played the remastered, so you see,
Um, one of my one of my favorites though, for like just to look at visually and artistically, it's just so beautifully. Just like for an open world, and Final Fantasy was amazing too when the graphics came out for that for like PS3. That was incredible.
which one
But
are you
I
talking about
really enjoyed
specifically? Before you even go,
um do
Final
it.
Fantasy. Well, which is the Final Fantasy you're talking
Which
about?
one?
PS3, the
It
online
may have
one.
been 11 or 10.
10 was
I
10
think
was
it was
incredible.
10.
10 with
Like the graphics and stuff, like it was just so cool. Like the lighting and the flowers and just like it's just the beauty of it.
yeah,
The
10 was
one I was
remarkable.
really just stared at the TV, and it was during COVID. Ghost of Tsushima, dude. The graphics when you're riding a
Yeah,
horse and you can see the long grass just waving, and the Japanese maples just kind of like the flowers are just blowing, and it's such an aesthetic. It's just so beautiful. It's like kind of peaceful in a sense to even just
yeah.
look at. Those graphics were incredible. And also another one that's kind of underrated, probably controversial, is what's her name from I just went blank. Horizon Zero Dawn. I thought the graphics in that game was insane. I think that was the first one that really put the PS5 to the it pushed the graphics on the PS5 to the or PS4 at first, and then yeah, PS5, PS4 Pro, then going into PS5, the new one that came out. It's just like it's just insane with the hair, the clothing. When you talk to people, like in the
Hmm.
cutscenes, it looks so real, like
Now,
absolutely real. And then it just flips, and it's like, wow, that's actually in game. It's not
what?
really switching anything up. Kind of like Black Ops. So we can go back into that.
Mhm.
Is Black Ops is cool, and then it goes to the cutscenes. It looks like you're watching Final Fantasy, the movie that came out in like what 2002. Remember when
Hmm.
that came out? We were
Oh
like, oh
yeah,
my god, the
the
graphics are so
graphics were
cool.
incredible.
They were
Story,
insane. That's where Black Ops is, and then you cut to the game, and it's like meh. You're like, what? Come on now.
on that note, so you're talking about. Let me get back on track real quick because I get
Good.
excited talking to you, my friend. But which is it the Kojima game with the
Wow.
baby,
Which one?
the new one, Death Stranding 2?
Death Stranding 2 is beautiful. That's a very pretty game.
Are you playing it?
I have not played it. I played a little bit of it, but it got to me. Like it took me
Mhm.
forever to figure out that game, and I was like, that was one of you
It's
talk
a
about not
weird
beating
game.
games.
The first one
It's
was
just a
weird,
different game, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just didn't.
but the
It didn't
sequel
grab.
is doing better.
Yeah, no, I've heard good things about it. Friends that are playing it, they love it. And I'm like, that's, everyone has their taste, That's what I love about video games so much. You have people that like certain books. There's like people that like certain type of movies and stuff like that, or certain type of music. I feel like gaming is the same thing with an art. It's what you like, and that's what gaming is the best thing of. Everybody has their own feeling for towards a video game, or there's guys that just play Call of Duty constantly or Battlefield and just first persons only. There's guys that play horrors. There's guys that play, Mario, Nintendo Switch style games, and I love that. I love that. And I haven't played a Switch in a minute though, man. I want to get back to my Nintendo days, start playing those because they're so much fun to play.
Well,
And those games
just
are very pretty too.
someone would say that the thing about Nintendo is that they release a game, and it's fully completed, and that's the thing. Now,
Yes. Oh,
maybe
you're right.
like I said, Helldivers, like we are the beta testers. Like if it doesn't do good, they nerf or they fix things. And certain games like Pokemon games, you couldn't do that back in the day. You would have a remaster that would fix things. Like I said, the Mass Effect games, you could skip like driving around in the vehicle. If you didn't like doing that, then you could play that and you could skip it. Or like Kingdom Hearts 2. Okay, the gummy ship was annoying, we're going to take it out. It's optional. And with games like Battlefield, like maybe some of the internal thing, because like they're like, what is Black Ops, not Battlefield, excuse me guys, but Black Ops,
Yeah.
had these like in your mind, uh, you know,
Yeah.
psychedelic moments, and you're
Yeah.
talking about the graphics,
Brainwashing.
yeah, well, we could get into that too another day too. But did I want to say that too? So with sequels like Death
Oh,
Stranding 2, did you play Ghost of Tsushima 2?
I have not yet. I haven't got to that game yet, which when I do, it's going to be epic. I cannot wait.
Hmm.
And I've heard great things about it. I love it because of the sense that, how I love how video games, that's why I give Assassin's Creed credit. There's a lot of controversy with it. I mean, when the Japanese government is talking about how you can knock over the shrine,
Yeah,
I, like it, when the game gets involved with our culture, that's when it's like, they're taking that boundary. And I respect that. And I think it's really cool. Obviously we have to respect, cultures and stuff, but like, it's just, like Origins in Egyptian times, and when you play
yeah,
Assassin's Creed Origins, it's like, oh yeah, there's the pyramids, and then in the game they're like, oh yeah, these pyramids are 1,000 years old, even though it's ancient times, and in that game they're like, oh, it's still 1,000 years old. I'm like, good God, how old are the pyramids? Like
yeah.
it just it mind boggles you,
We
and
lose
it
track of time, because you have Japan is a big thing. Like you have
yep,
tourists. Like we don't want tourists because they're disrespecting our shrines.
hmm
We don't want someone
yep,
because you have these people that are climbing the pyramids, disrespecting these.
yeah, no,
And even
terrible,
then, you have these people stealing from the Louvre, like like
yeah,
crazy. This national
yes,
treasure thing. Um,
literally, it's
what is your
nuts.
favorite? Your Metal Gear Solid. Did you have a favorite stealth game? Like you have Metal Gear, and you
Dude,
also
it's a
had,
debate.
yeah.
That's a
So
debate.
who is
I love
what's the name of that stealth game that with the three lights? Like what fantastic games! Like I think that's
oh,
what
Splinter Cell,
Splinter
Tom
Cell,
Clancy.
The Tom
Yeah.
Clancy series. We didn't even get into that.
Back on
Like
the Xbox, the original Xbox.
you know what? Thank God, Tom Clancy was the first game that you could be like push up on the D-pad and you could be like move forward, move backward, halt,
Yeah.
which we see
Yeah.
today. Like
All the
emojis,
stuff.
or emotes. Telling even in Helldivers today, you could see like follow me, like so. Yeah,
Yeah.
tell me what's your favorite. We were on.
Probably
We're
Metal Gear
going on.
Solid 4.
I mean,
Metal Gear
they
Solid 4 is probably my favorite stealth,
like
man.
Final Fantasy,
It's
you were
so
pushing
cool.
the multiplayer aspect, and I love multiplayer games. I love playing with you in video games.
Hmm.
We would make worlds out of games like Red Dead Redemption. Now they're saying they're gonna make Red Dead
Oh man,
Redemption 3. Like
I
I
wish they
said,
would do more on the online with that.
Oh, it's
You
so
know,
hard.
I know they're
So hard.
focusing on Grand Theft Auto, but the online, remember we played that? That was so much
Yeah.
fun. The little stuff you could do in that game.
Get drunk. Get
Get
drunk
drunk.
and get kicked out and
We
be
could
like, "Where'd Manny go? He's outside puking."
rob banks, rob other people.
The trains and stuff. Like
The train
we
robbery.
had such a
Yep.
fun time. I hope that
The boat,
my I hope
steamboat
it,
robbery.
and we never. I don't even think we did the island one completely to this day.
No,
Like,
because it was impossible. We got killed like 1,000 times.
yeah, it was hard. You
We
had to
didn't
have a
even get.
good team. That's why I want to play Arc
Yes.
Raiders and like have a good team, be in the moment. I know it's an investment when you're paying, let's say, $70 to for a video game. Is there a
Yeah.
game? Because we're talking now. It sounds like you've been falling out of video games a little bit just because of life and stuff like that. It happens to everybody. Is there a
course.
game that you cannot wait to play right now? Like Ghost of, like, is there one you want to play, or one that you want to be seen made? Like Assassin's Creed has so many things that you could incorporate. Assassin's Creed changed the game of how you. I mean, you had like the first horse riding game was Dynasty Warriors for me, and still those like they're very popular
Yeah.
games, or Armored Core like with robots. Is there a game that you're just like, I want to see made? I want to see a sequel. I want to see some love besides Grand Theft Auto and
I honestly want to see Resident Evil, the first one, remade too. I think that would be really cool. You've done 2, you've done 3, you've done 4. They haven't done 5 yet. I'm sure they'll probably do that. But
Flacco. Flacco, if you want to join, like I said, you want to join. Flacco's on the game chat. There's a now what is it? Stargate? Is it Stargate? Helldivers is based
Stargate.
on like a lot of things. Like I said, I'm trying to push
had one.
Arc Raiders right now because I think if you and me, Nick,
Yes.
and Flacco and the people that you have played with, if we played Arc Raiders right now, I think we would have a blast. People are pushing me to play
Oh, yeah.
Borderlands 4, and we're talking bad movies and Jack Black and
Mhm.
Super Mario Brothers, and there's controversy about the voice casting and Chris Pratt and things like that, and with actors. But like I said, Metal Gear Solid, I think it was just, it's a very hard game to adapt into a movie, but thankfully God of War, Starship Troopers, thank you. Starship Troopers
Starship
and
Troopers.
Terminator for sure. Because sometimes
Was that Helldivers though?
it is Helldivers. It is like you
Yeah,
have
I mean,
the Harvesters
that
are
felt like
literally
Starship Troopers.
Mass Effect. Like Flacco, like
Mass
I said,
Effect
join
needs
us
to
if
be
you want, my
redone.
man.
Yeah.
Mass Effect the movie, Mass Effect the TV
Yeah.
show. But anyway, what game are you most excited to play
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
I am wanting to check out Chronos: The New Dawn because it's a survival horror. I've seen the reviews and stuff like that with it, but I love the fact that apparently the number one complaint everyone has is that there's limited resources and there's no like guide. You know how like games kind of just you can measly through it and just like which way to go. I went blank, but this game apparently it's like here's the world, figure it out. Like, figure out the puzzles, figure out how to get through this part. You have to figure out how to do it. And I think it's turned off a lot of people, but I'm very interested to play it just to see it from my perspective. But it kind of looks like a Dead Space kind of little remake with it.
Okay.
The monsters and stuff like that look very creepy, but it just looks very interesting. I love the character model on it. It's like a giant old school submarine style helmet and body type, like the old school submarine, or not submarine, scuba divers. Remember the old school, like in like the World War II days, where they had the giant cord holding down, that puts air into the, it weighs 1,000 pounds.
Like
That's what the character
BioShock.
kind of looks. Yeah. Which it looks very interesting. And again, sci-fi, love sci-fi. The sound effects, Dead Space had the coolest sound effects. If you open up the pot, if you go to save a game on Dead Space, I really want that as my text message ringtone, like so bad.
Gotcha.
Like it's so cool. Like I said, I'm a huge sound guy, but I love that type of stuff. Like it just immerses you into the game.
Immersion, for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
like
making a
it's.
BioShock film or a TV show, and
I heard about that.
yeah, I'm so excited. Like, I just,
I
uh,
love that game.
it's like the success of Fallout. Like,
Yep.
I didn't play the Fallout games, and I want to tell this story too, and you're gonna laugh. So my wife played BioShock, or not BioShock. Sorry, I played BioShock, but Fallout, and she played so the Fallout series or video games. I mean, you're talking about a game that came out back in the freaking day. But my wife played it, and she so there's a part where you can either go left or right, and she went the wrong way, and she did all of the side missions, and she's like, "Why is this game so hard?" She did all of the side missions and didn't even play the main story. So like,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
imagine how difficult that was. And she was like, "Oh, so like, but you have this Fallout, like Halloween Horror Nights. Fallout was fan freaking tastic. I love the TV show. I
I love
love the
Fallout.
actresses. I'm watching Arcane right
Yes,
now.
they did
League of
Fallout so good.
Legends.
I've been watching the TV show.
Oh, it's
It's
so
good,
good.
man.
I'm so excited for season 2. I have some cosplayer friends that do the Dead Ghoul, and you have these
Yeah.
cosplayers that do, or even Stranger Things, like cosplayers that almost do it better than the haunted horror. Like, I had this complaint
Wow.
about Terrifier. Now, Nick, you didn't get to go to Halloween Horror Nights, and I wish I could have done more,
No.
but I did get to do some of Halloween Horror Nights, and I wish I would have done more. But Terrifier, I had a complaint about some masks, like for Terrifier, were just like a plastic mask from Spirit, and I'm like, no, you got to do better. Like, I should not do better as Art the Clown, as a cosplayer, as a haunted house. Now, some people obviously have contact lenses issues or whatever it is, but you gotta do it justice, because like I'm excited about Five Nights at Freddy's the sequel. I'm excited about the Sam game that we're talking about, the one that you would do shoot. Like, I want to replay that game, the PlayStation 3, like the one we were talking about. What is it? I always confuse Dead by Daylight with Dawn, Until Dawn. Like,
Until Dawn.
sometimes you
Yeah,
have
I
to
wanted to play
rewrite the
that.
story. Yeah, dude. Sometimes you have to
Yeah.
rewrite the story. Some people want a Eternal Savior. Maybe I'm speaking for him, but I don't want to. But like, so they're like, make it your own. But sometimes you can't make everybody happy. Some people
You
take
can.
30-second clips of whatever you and I talked about. They'll take 30 seconds out of what we talked about and be like, you're wrong. Nope. No, like Dead Space,
Yeah.
mid.
Hmm.
It's like you take a
Yeah.
30-second
Yep.
clip, and that's what I wanted to do with this talk show host, uncensored, after dark. Like, I wanted to talk about the things that you would talk about a work water cooler. You can tell that I'm excited talking about video games with you, and getting off subject, because I think
Yeah.
I'm not even I am horrible with video games, but I have such a love for it because it's a part of who we are. It's part of our upbringing. I've always said to you, you got to do Leon.
Yeah.
You have to cosplay Leon. I have half the stuff for you. We'll get the wig. Like, the things you love, whether it be Michael Myers, your
One of
inspiration.
my favorite video game characters.
And why wouldn't he be? And I'm excited to see him
Leon
back.
Kate.
How do you feel about the female for Resident Evil? They're like,
I love it.
We want to bring it back to that, like, flashlight. You're scared. You're looking left. You're looking right. You have
It
only
looks
10
scary.
shots.
Yes.
You want to go back into
I love
scary.
that.
You wanna
Yeah.
scare. It's so hard to scare people, whether it be an alien or or a vampire or Frankenstein. The lore of what makes people excited to see it, Del Toro, and you're like, oh, that's gonna be good visually. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
is there a
God,
franchise?
dude, I wish I wish Kojima could just go back and take over Silent Hill and do PT. I know it's playable teaser, but what he was doing with Norman Reedus in that game, I have no clue what it would have been. But that game, when I played that demo, I was with somebody
What
and
a demo.
they were grabbing my arm so tight while I was playing that game, and it was just such a psychological mind twist. It wasn't really jump scares, but it was just like, how messed up it is. Like oh my gosh,
It's like when you play
I
with
love that.
with a like I can't remember her name, but I played with her,
Oh,
and she
Lisa.
was
Oh yeah,
terrified. You know,
Lisa is the dead lady, and it. Oh my gosh, bro. That was, and then when you see something fall in front of you, and then you look up, and she's just staring over the rail, looking at you, and you're like, uh,
hey, it's
and
like,
then you go into a closet and you walk through in a circle. When you first play it, you're like, what the? Why am I walking in a circle? And not realizing every time you walk through, there's a new sequence that's going through. And again, I love when they push the boundaries on stuff like that.
it's
You
like,
know?
hey, Leon, hey, listen. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep. Oh yeah, I
hold on,
love the remake of Resident Evil 4. That was great.
Thank you.
hold on. My dog wants to make a special shout out on the stream. I gotta include her.
Nice.
Come here.
She just exercises a lot. Be careful with her
exercises?
tummy.
I know. There she is.
We went on a
Mr.
very long
Let's
walk.
get her. Her name is Ruby now, like the video game. Like the
Ruby.
anime. There's Ruby.
Oh,
She's like,
sorry.
she doesn't want to be on camera. Now we're gonna do a special
Aw.
episode this Thursday with my wife. She's gonna talk about Pokemon games. We're gonna talk. She's so happy. She's so happy.
Heck
This,
yeah.
this is my dog right here, dude. She's such a good girl. I miss Marzi, man. And
Come on.
she's.
That's awesome.
I squeezed something. She's awesome, man. She was so happy to be on the stream. She's a good. She's so great, man. I miss your pup, man. How did you ever hear anything about her? We're gonna stop the stream here. We're talking PS5. We're gonna talk a little bit more. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful night. Bless. Nick, you want to say bye to everybody?
Yeah,
Foocubus?
y'all have a good night. Let's keep this week going and let's have a good day tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We're gonna talk some more, but we're definitely gonna have Foocubus on another episode. We'll talk about just horror games and how they influenced us. Nick, I'll leave this to this because you're talking about games that you want to play in the future and stuff, and things like that. Is there where was I gonna go with this? I've had a few live nations, as they call it now. I'm having fun. But is there anything you want to tell people on the stream of video games and stuff? Be kind to each other. Like I remember playing Ark, and I had binoculars and I saw like a player I didn't know for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And I was terrified.
Art.
I was terrified. It was this beautiful girl with white hair. It was probably a dude. Like the online
Yeah.
games. It was and we're talking about games that we want to see and movies that we want to see. Is there anything you want to tell the people before we get off stream? Or we'll talk about other stuff. But is there anything you want to give the people, man?
No. What I want to give is y'all have a great day. Take one day at a time and stay positive and keep gaming. Keep gaming.
Keep gaming. We can't make everybody happy. Whether Grand Theft Auto was successful or not, I think it's going to do wonderful, obviously, on numbers. But,
It will.
I feel like we've been playing this game for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, we went off a little bit of subject. I know we were going to talk about Black Ops 7, but
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I kind of missed the fact of, Black Ops and Call of Duty was just a basic Modern Warfare, and then when Black Ops came out, it was like cool. It's the 1960s and behind the scenes of the Cold War, and now it's gone to giant human beings,
Yes.
alien things. I'm like, what is
Zombies.
I don't get it. Like I get it. I guess I haven't played the game, so I can't say much. But from what I'm seeing, it's just I love Black Ops. Like the series Black Ops. When Modern Warfare came out, when they remade it, it was definitely okay. They're trying to go back to the roots, which I just found out that the creator, or one of the creators, was the guy that created Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one, and then Modern Warfare 2, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't with the same studio that did Black Ops.
Because they change studios every couple of years, so like it's a complicated timeline.
I just found out that that guy that got Call of Duty up and lifted and created, he left. He was out. He came back
like
and
Kojima.
did Call of Duty. No, do what?
Like Kojima.
Like that. So he was the one that he was one of the big developers, and he recreated Black Ops 6, and I was like, all right. I kind of gave up on Call of Duty. I was like, all right. But I saw a lot of reviews like, wow, they're kind of going back to like the Black Ops style, and I mean Bill Clinton and the politics and Saddam Hussein.
Whoa! Let's not talk about Bubba. Let's not talk about Bubba. Let's not talk about Bubba.
Anyway, he left. He left apparently, and guess where he went to? That developer. He went to Battlefield, the new one that just came out. Battlefield 6.
Wow, so he went to the opposing side.
He is the guy that remade it, and now a lot of people that's why they're getting like great reviews, and I'm like, oh, so he's done this. I guarantee now I know why he left, and I was confused how we went from Black Ops, because it usually goes from Black Ops to Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Now it's like Black Ops 7. That's the following year. And that's where I was like, here, we've already went down this path, Call of Duty. What are we doing? Like, give us some time, develop, and especially with the online multiplayer. I had fun on Black Ops 6. My friend Adam, we played a lot, and
we had a blast on Warfare.
The Ninja Turtles are in it. Jay and Silent Bob's on there.
Godzilla's on there.
Godzilla. I mean, I'm not surprised Elmo's gonna pop up on there somehow. I wouldn't be surprised. But the Beavis and Butthead, and I'm like, all right, it's almost kind of easy to kill people too, because their heads are like massive. Like,
what is the limit? Are we gonna see Disney in Fortnite? Are we gonna see Tinkerbell with a gun? We see anime characters with guns. What is the line?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's like, all right, people are like, all right, come on.
It makes money.
A little over the top.
We talked about concerts, like you have the Daft Punk experience, and you're introducing new people to Daft Punk, and it's wonderful and it's great. And I've said this for a long time. You and I have talked about it. If you can't afford
EDM.
Yeah,
EDM concert.
Yeah, Warped Tour was just in Orlando. You can't afford to see your favorite artist. You can't afford to see Bad Bunny. But is Bad Bunny gonna show up on Fortnite and a concert?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Am I gonna be wearing virtual reality and doing grinding on my girl?
Like, really?
Yes, right. Nicki Minaj on Black Ops.
Nicki Minaj, Billie Eilish. Let's put all the pop star, rap stars on there.
Now, I will defend that Doja Cat is on Fortnite because she actually streams and plays Fortnite, like T-Pain or who are.
Yeah.
But like Nicki Minaj, we know she doesn't play video games.
No.
I could be wrong, but
could be.
My friend would be like, "Why do you play a female character? Because you want to look at that. You want to look at the best."
Yeah.
I have fun time playing a female character because I'm the meanest freaking. I played Mass Effect or even before that, but I played Mass Effect as the meanest bitch I could be, and I had a blast doing it. I'm like, this is why girls are mean. You know what I mean? And now, and I was telling my friend, it's 50% girls and 50% males that play video games. You have farm. Yep. You have so many demographics of video games.
And I love it.
Yeah, as it should be.
I think it's great.
It is. It's Ready Player 1. I'm excited for Ready Player 2 because it's what a movie that was ahead of its time with Steven Spielberg.
Oh yeah, dude, that was perfect.
And now we've seen people get married on video games. We've seen people have let's be honest, it's after dark. We've seen people had sex on video games. Now if you play VR and you can feel it on your chest and you can program whether it's we're past the clock, so we're after hours. Whether dildos or vibrators, like I hooked up with girls in real life because of video games.
Yeah.
I flew cross country during COVID. You know my story, bro. So like,
It's crazy, dude.
it is.
It's just mind-boggling. It's just
People,
mind-boggling.
you get to know people like you and I talking about this. We could talk about this all freaking day, because
Oh yeah.
this is the point, guys. Video games connect people. It shapes who we are.
Mhm.
Nick, and that's what I was going to ask you. Is there, now, I feel like you live like Leon. Like, if you could, like, I wish I was Vegeta because he didn't talk much. Like, I talk a lot. And I'm not the best storyteller. That's why I do this, because I love to listen to other people. My grandfather was a great storyteller. I would listen to his ridiculous tales, you know, and every time it would get better. It would be the same story. Oh, I hooked up with my uncle to this day. All right, he'd be like, dude, I hooked up with this girl, and when I was like 16, I didn't understand it. But now that I'm at my age, like we relate so much better. And maybe it's like, remember when, this is the point of this podcast. This is the point. I hope you guys are enjoying, because it's not just remember this. It's, you had to experience, you had to be in it. And I hope all of us, if you guys want to play with us, whoever's on the chat, we'll play together. I met Flacco through Helldivers, and we met in real life. You're 10 minutes away from me, and we linked up, and we had a great time. What a great person. And he's just a wonderful, I'm the glazer, okay? I glaze my friends up like I glaze my friend Nick. And Nick, if you want to do this again, you're more than welcome to. We can go on and on. And I want to do a horror, just straight up, like, real, like, what's, like, you know, we touched on it, but we can go more into it. Like I said, this Thursday night at 7:30, we're going to talk about Pokemon. My wife was getting triggered because, you know, she has her strong opinions about Pokemon. If anyone wants to make money, you talk about Pokemon. Because I played Red, the very first Pokemon game, and then I played the newest one. So I skipped all of this. Dude, I'm doing my research for this Thursday night at 7:30. There's my plugin. But like, I am, like, it's so hard. Imagine the Metal Gear Solid timeline. Imagine the Kingdom Hearts timeline. Imagine Michael Myers. Yep. You have to do your research. We're going to talk about, you know, we're going to have the first time ever on the podcast with 3 people. We're going to make sure we don't talk over each other. But, like, you know, we're going to talk with more people. We're going to get on here, and just like you would at work, your opinions, whether you agree or not, whether you have a favorite podcaster or not. We're going to talk about it, and you may agree or disagree. We're going to be nice, because everyone had a different bringing, but the point of this podcast is to bring people together. And what was your favorite? And so Nick, is there a character, is it Leon, that inspired you to be who you are, who you want to be more like, who you wish?
I would say Kratos.
Kratos. Boy!
Kratos is a person that has been fallen under to rise back up again, you know? Beautiful. It's inspirational. Even though it's violent. But at the same time.
You gotta be, he who makes...
Does what he has to survive. And it's all for a good, you know... I love that stuff, man.
He who makes a beast out of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man.
Yep. Yep.
I'll leave it at that.
It's so true.
Because...
Let's leave it there.
You got... Yeah. What more can we say? What more can we say?
That's it.
I'm going to stop it here. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining Muted, Manny, and Foocubus on the stream. Have a wonderful night. Nick, say goodbye, and we'll talk a little more.
Good night, everybody. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate everybody here. Diaz, Oliveira, thank you for joining us. And Lewis, thank you so much